Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, from everyone here at 2K Sports. Nothing like the NBA for Turkey Day. So let's take a look at the Jayhawks starting five. LaFrance is out there at Pollard, and it's Pierce. Then there's Vaughn. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
Back to Pierce. Just 4 to shoot. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. The kick out to Hill. It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the Jayhawks have possession. It's a 3-point game. And that foul is called on Grant Hill. That's his first foul.
And he quickly picks up his first foul. That's something to be aware of.
Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Shot clock at 6. The Jayhawks shoot their first free throws here tonight.
At the line for the Jayhawks, number 35, 2 shots.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. About a minute played so far here in the first. Pass to Laettner. Makes it off the glass.
And he has got to pay more attention to Laettner, especially when he's roaming around the basket.
Here's Vaughn. It's Pierce on the wing. Launches a 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
That's to Laettner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And when you don't play that often, it can be hard to read an opponent. Sometimes that's the great equalizer.
LaFrance passes to Pollard. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. To the middle, here's Hill, and Hill throws it down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to LaFrance. Now Pierce. Fade away. And it's Laettner with the rebound. Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And he drives in. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Bounce pass, Pierce. Here's LaFrance. The kick out to Pierce. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Pierce has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
Here's Laettner. Gets to the corner and buries it.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Here's Vaughn. It's Pierce on the wing. Pass to Vaughn. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Hill. Driving inside. Here's Hill. Here's Hurley. They get it back. Yep, that one goes in there. Hill's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Vaughn. He has yet to score. For three, Pierce. It's hauled in by Grant Hill.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Laettner. It's rebounded by Pollard. The Jayhawks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Here's Laettner. And here is Hill. The kick out to Hill. From deep. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Pass to Vaughn. To stop the drought. And he lays it up and in.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Here's Laettner. Inside, here's Hurley. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Robertson, he's checked in for the Jayhawks. Thomas comes in for Vaughn. Davis setting the pick for Clark. Off target from outside. The Jayhawks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Jayhawks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Here's Clark. Outside Hill. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Clark for 3 gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And here is Thomas. Shoots a fader, and another basket for the Jayhawks.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
Well, his great advantage is that he can shoot over the top of almost any defender.
That's tipped. Outside Thomas. Here's LaFrance. He's guarded by Hill. There's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. The Jayhawks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Blakeney. 1:32 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Davis. Here's Parks. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim. Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place. 1:02
left to play here in the first. Pass to Blakeney. A fader. And it's Davis missing.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost him that time.
Thomas with it. Williams passes to Pollard. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Being 56% in this first quarter, an outstanding start for this offense. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Davis. Count that one. Now here's Robertson. Lets it go from deep. No good there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up by 4. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Williams. Thomas is out there with Robertson. And it's Bradford in at the 3, the small forward. Blakeney passes to Parks. Can't get it to fall. Well, 50% from the floor. Pass to Thomas. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Davis. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Blakeney. He's guarded by Williams. Clark kicks to Blakeney. 4 on the shot clock. And Davis can't get it to go. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Jayhawks. Trailing by 4. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now we have a chance. Let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season.
And when you look at the numbers from a year ago, they were dominant on the glass. It's a big part of their identity.
Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Davis. Over Robertson. And it's Davis missing. Davis has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Now here's Thomas. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Clark outside. There's the pick, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, that's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Here's the teardrop, and Davis pulls it down. Looking at 52% for the field. They're clicking. Outside Hill. Pass to Laettner. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Hurley. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Hurley.
Cherokee Parks. Second personal foul.
The Jayhawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Outside Pierce, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch-and-shoot percentages. Can I get off threes, and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high-volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. It's Pierce in the corner. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
A true 3-level scorer. Pierce can beat you anywhere on the floor.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Oklahoma City. They'll take on the Thunder at Paycom Center after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. The 11-footer, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Paul Pierce.
First team foul. At the line
And the first one drops. And the Jayhawks making a change here. Howard's checked in. And both free throws good for Davis. The Jayhawks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Vaughn, the pass to Pierce. Here's Vaughn. Pocket 6. Back to Pierce. Lets it go with the 3. And Davis pulls it down.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
To the inside. Lang. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And the Jayhawks have possession. It's a 5-point game. Here's Vaughn. And Davis pulls it down. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Both teams will make substitutions.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Robertson left side. Will it go? Estevan. Here's LaFrance. He's guarded by Hill. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First free throw is good.
Rafe LaFrance taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. Gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Ball stolen. Pass to Pollard. 5 on the clock. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Laettner. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to LaFrance. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution.
Gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Robertson against Hill. Here's Hurley. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Excellent D there from Hill. Very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. To the right side. Pass to Laettner. Lang, and he goes in for the dunk.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Very well, 56% for the floor here in the second quarter.
2 minutes.
Here's Vaughn. There's a screen. Here's LaFrance. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam.
And he's put his imprint all over this game. More than anything, Laettner is a competitor, and something has him riled up here tonight.
1:25 left in the second quarter. Robertson outside. And it's off from three-point range. Gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Pass to Hill. Here's Laettner. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Laettner's got 14.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
Here's Vaughn. 9-point game his last outing. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
The three from Hill sinks the triple. He's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Robertson outside. Here's Pollard. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
He is putting in work right to the rim. Defense had no answer.
Pass to Laettner. He gets it in there.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
And we've reached halftime in this one. They're up by 11. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Taking a look at the Jayhawks, they're one of the teams we've hoped would figure it out. Things are clicking right now, and still early enough for them to make something happen.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the home team.
Smooth operation. I wish every team played this intelligently.
Yeah, if you look at the shots they're getting, they obviously had a game plan coming in, Shaq.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Tries it from 19. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. They'll take on the Thunder at Paycom Center after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And for the Jayhawks, we've got Pierce. LaFrance is out there with Pollard. Then there's Vaughn. Here's Pierce. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Pierce has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Jayhawks. Pierce has gone 50% shooting tonight, firing away 4 of 8. Pass to Laettner. It's blocked. And for the Jayhawks, LaFrance is out there with Pierce. Then there's Vaughn. And there's Pollard. Here's LaFrance. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Just 5 to shoot from 18 feet away. Stripped away. Pass to Vaughn. Outside, Pierce. Vaughn kicks to Pierce. Here's LaFrance. 6 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Tim, you once led the NBA in three-point percentage, and in my mind's eye, I can see almost every shot. You were terrific shooting the long ball.
Well, Kevin, I don't want to show my age, but do you know, after 4 years of high school and 2 years of college, making 25-foot-2s, I finally had a three-point line going into my junior year, and I'm just glad I had a three-point line for my entire NBA career.
Yeah, it's a tough transition to make to stretch out and go those extra couple feet.
No doubt. I was not ready to make NBA level threes when I first came out of college. A year overseas really helped me gain strength, and finally I found my rhythm in the NBA. That's 3 straight misses to start the second half, not what they wanted.
Here's Vaughn, pass to LaFrance. Here's Vaughn. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Grant Hill. Hill's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle, Lang. They need this one, and he slams it one-handed.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
And the Jayhawks again can't hit. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Hill looking it over. Here's Hurley. And a miss there on the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Shoots. And the Jayhawks again can't hit.
Well, that's a tough matchup for the offense there. It's a low probability on that shot.
Floats it up for Hill. Outside, Pierce. Here's Vaughn. Pass to Pollard. Free throw line jump shot. He doesn't hit that one.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
Here's Laettner. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
The Jayhawks have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Vaughn. LaFrance passes to Pierce. Stolen. Pass to Hill. Here's Laettner. And it's blocked.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there is enough game left to make corrections.
Here's Vaughn. Right side Pierce. To end the cold streak, Hill pulls it in.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Vaughn. To the left wing. Pass to LaFrance. Here's Vaughn. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Down low, here's Laettner. Off with the layup.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music, fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow the sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. Back to you.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans, don't we? Thank you, Allie. Parks, he's checked in for Laettner. And the Jayhawks also making a change. Robertson, he's checked in for Pierce. The three from Hill. LaFrance pulls it in. The Jayhawks have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Parks grabs the miss. Parks has got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Shoots from the elbow. Hill, no good. Being 43% from the field. Vaughn pulls up, fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Vaughn's got his 2nd basket, being 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Here's Cherokee Parks. That one falls. Parks has got 6. 1:57 left in the 3rd quarter. Robertson outside. Pass to LaFrance. 6 on the shot clock. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Great open look there.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
And Brian Keefe orders a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
Blakeney passes to Davis. To the paint. Here's Blakeney. 1:07 left in the 3rd. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. That one good for 2. Thomas got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Blakeney passes to Clark. Outside, Davis. The jump hook, and that one's good. Laettner's got 20.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pierce.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Pass to Davis. Shoots. Pierce with the rebound.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. They're up by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Clark, Laettner out there with Parks, and there's Davis, and it's Blakeney in at the shooting guard.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
At 52% for the field. They're clicking. Clark, the pass to Davis. Here's Laettner, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 4 assists in the game. Mark against Thomas. Pierce wide open. He fires. And another basket for the Jayhawks.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pierce has gone an even 50% from the field, shooting 6 for 12. Pass to Parks. Excellent D there from Williams. Doing it pretty well, close to 50%. Thomas passes to Williams. High, arcing shot. Parks grabs the miss. Now Davis. Here's Laettner. And it's good, 2 points. Laettner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Well, the volume has been there, but so has the efficiency, which is why they're in control of this game.
Mark against Thomas. Here's Laettner. The shot misses. Williams with the defensive effort. The Jayhawks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Davis against Pierce. Over Davis. The shot by Pierce will not go. Here's Blakeney, covered by Robertson. Blakeney passes to Laettner. Over Williams. Off target with the jump hook. And the Jayhawks have possession, trailing by 5. Pierce for 3.
Jayhawks foul. Williams.
Both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
At 51%, really solid. And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, he encouraged them to keep on the pressure, saying, you guys are forcing a lot of turnovers, and it's because you're communicating and working together as a unit. Keep it up. Defense is clearly a priority.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you.
The defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Pierce for 3. And the Jayhawks again can't hit.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Clark. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Pollard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And here is Robertson. For 3, Pierce. And it's Laettner with the rebound.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Good work there as it goes.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Pierce inside the three-point line, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Pierce has got 9 points here in the second half. Pass to Laettner. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Pierce feeling it out a bit. There's the screen. Pierce with another miss.
And I don't think that's the shot they wanted him to take right now. He's not exactly on fire.
Davis finds Clark. Back to Davis. Pass to Laettner. Over Pollard. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Laettner's got 8 points in the quarter.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He knows every possession is critical now. Outside, Pierce. Inside, LaFrentz. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
LaFrentz, 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. Gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Pass to Hill. Here's Laettner. LaFrentz pulls it in. LaFrentz has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. On the pass to Pierce. Lets it go. And the Jayhawks again can't hit. It's about 45% from the 4 in the 4th. Bounce pass from Hill. Pass to Hill.
And one thing about Laettner, he really does a great job of using his size, especially when it comes to looking to score inside.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
And he converts the layup.
Point blank range. That is too easy.
Being at 51%. Really solid. Pass to Hill. Outside Hill. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. LaFrentz has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Pierce, 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. Here's Laettner. Jumper is off.
Trying to do a little too much with that fadeaway. There wasn't anyone near him.
Here's down low. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
3 on 3. Lets it go from 11. And he hits the jumper.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
The pedestrian 36% in the 4th quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Count it!
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Outside Hill. Clock at 6. Here's the shot. And it's off.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
Here's Vaughn. Here's down low. Launches it. Can't get it to go. 49% on the game. They'll take that. And he misses the J. Not a lot of time to get this one back under control.
No, they need to do their work quickly from here on out.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
side hill. Gets it right back up and in.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Not that time. It won't go. "17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Beyond the arc. Three. Good. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie Laporte, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Christian Laettner.